Alrighty. What's going on, everybody? You already know what time it is. Oh, God. What's going on, everybody? Crazy Dog back with another Guardians series recap, series preview. Oh, wait. My YouTube studio just refreshed on me. What's going on, everybody? Crazy Dog back with another Guardians series recap, series preview live stream. Not going to try to take too long because, of course, we are in the midst of NBA free agency. Of course, right before I go live, Kentavious Caldwell Pope to the Magic. 3 years, $66 million. I believe that's 22 mil per year. Yeah, Chris Fedor was right. We weren't going after him. No. All right, so Guardians coming off a 4-game series in Kansas City, which apparently might be our new House of Horrors. Coming off a series where we lit it up against the O's. Yeah, we lost a game, but that was ironically with you know, with the Kansas City Royals. But what I saw in this 4-game series was the exact opposite of what I saw against the O's. It was straight up the exact opposite. In Baltimore, the offense was lighting it up like a Christmas tree. We go to Kansas City, and it's almost like we left our offense back in Baltimore. 3 of the 4 games, we barely had any offense at all. First game of the series on the mound, right? Looking forward to it. Ben's been fantastic for us. And yeah, didn't go great. You know, facing Michael Wacha, who has been solid. Lively, of course, 6 innings, 6 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned, 1 walk, 5 Ks. That stat line usually gets you a W in your win-loss column, right? But not here. Michael Wacha, 5 1/3, 7 hits, 1 run, 2 walks, 6 Ks. So both pitchers did fantastic. And then both bullpens were as rock solid as ever. Now, scoring wise, the Guardians didn't really do much. They only scored 1 run on a Schneemann sac fly. They would have had many more runs. They had bases loaded twice with 2 outs with Stephen Kwan at the dish. We know how good he's been. But of course, the first time he struck out, I believe. And then the second time he beat a ball into the dirt. No, first time I think that happened. And then the second time he struck out, had a pitch in the dirt. Stupid. So now those were the best chances we had. You know, and it was actually 1-1 for a while. Bottom 6, Michael Garcia tripled. That was back-to-back triples. And then the sac fly by Vinny Pasquantino. The Guardians have had this thing where they score and then they allow the other team to come back and score right back. So, yeah, that's annoying. But yeah, Long got the win. He's 2-1 with a 1.98 ERA. Ben Lively 7-4, still really good. 7-4 with a 3.03 ERA. MacArthur's 14 saves, 4.41 ERA. Forget one, need 2 starting pitchers. Honestly, Tribe, you get like a big time guy, you go out and get like Jack Flaherty, Luis Severino. You get a top tier guy, and then maybe you rely somewhat on maybe Matthew Boyd. I know that sounds horrible, but maybe we don't have a choice. They might have to go after two pitchers. They might have to. Because, I mean, Gavin is back, so that's good. They just activated him today. But, I mean, what do you really have? Right now, your rotation, as of today, Bybee, Lively, Williams, Allen, let's go. Oh, and then eventually Matthew Boyd will be ready to go. He's got to ramp up. People have been wondering why did we put him on the 15-day IL? Because he's coming back from Tommy John, and he needs to ramp up. So he'll probably finish rehabbing, and then he'll be doing rehab assignments, and then he'll be back probably right around the end of the trade deadline. He'll probably be back mid-August. He'll be back just in time for the stretch run, I think. And hopefully he'll have another new pitcher to go along with him. Maybe two. We might actually have to acquire two. We're in dire straits right now for starting pitching, and that's all because, well, Shane Bieber arm fell apart, and Tristan McKenzie stinks. Of course, they sent Tristan down to AAA to work on his mechanics. It's like, see, they finally realized it. It's mechanics. His arm is fine. The dude's out here pumping 96, but he doesn't know where it's going. If he could just work on his arm slot, he could be back to his old self. I think they did this last a couple years ago too. He struggled. They sent him down, came back after a while, and he was fine. So see if that works now. What's up? Virginia says, let's go Royals. Unless Garvin Williams turns out to be real deal. Cleveland Penn will be... God, you cannot spell Virginia. What the hell? Cleveland Penn will be sprint come playoffs. Yeah, unless we adjust our freaking adjust the rotation. Because right now, Tanner and Ben are the two most reliable pitchers we have. You can rely on those two to go out every game and give you at least 6 solid innings, maybe 7, possibly 8. Everybody else, you can barely trust them to go 5. It sucks, dude. This is sad. The once mighty Guardians pitching lab hasn't had the best times as of late. A lot of errors and blotches and glitches in the lab. But yeah, we lose the first game of the series. Not always fun, right? And then we go into the game 2, which I'm not really going to discuss because, again, nothing really happened for the Guardians. Facing Alec Marsh. And, yeah. The offense once again decided not to show up. So, fun. Yeah, it's always fun, right? Always a great time when the bullpen just decides to go MIA. Not when the pen, when the bats go MIA. So the Guardians once again strike first thanks to a Jose Ramirez solo shot, something that he's very good at. And after that, it was all Royals, right? Going up against McKenzie, who once again couldn't go 3 innings. The last time was because of weather. This time it's because, well, he got his ass kicked. 2 1/3 innings, 5 hits, 5 runs, 3 walks, 3 Ks, 2 homers. Back to back, I believe they were. It was ugly. And then Alec Marsh, 6 innings, 4 hits, 1 run, 2 walks, 5 Ks, and a homer. Yeah. After that Jose homer, they responded with a Salvador and Hunter Renfroe homer. And then that was all in the same inning, by the way, bottom second. And then bottom of the third, Vinny Pasquantino singled in a run, and then Salvador singled in a run, and then Melendez singled in a run. It was 5-1 at that point. And then Cal Isbell solo shot, bottom 4, and then Freddie Fermin, sac fly, bottom 5. We finally respond with a ground out RBI for Tyler Freeman in the top 7. Daniel Schneemann, sac fly, top 8. Looking like we might have something going. And then they bring in the Make-A-Wish pitcher again, and he just flubs it all up. So, yeah, he had a wild pitch, scored a run, and Vinny P, the pass squatch, 2-run shot, put us out of reach, put us out of our misery. 2-run shot, 10-3. That would be the game. They had the Make-A-Wish pitcher go 4 innings, 5 hits, 4 runs, 1 homer, 1 strikeout, 4 walks. Why? Ass. Make ass. And I call him the Make-A-Wish pitcher because he really should not be pitching. It's like he won a contest. But Marsh got the win. He's 6-5 with a 4.19 ERA. McKenzie took the loss. He's 3-5 with a 5.11 ERA. Of course, today they sent him down to hopefully work on his mechanics, get that arm slot right, and hopefully he'll come back like he did a couple years ago and absolutely kill it because he is good. We just gotta find it again because he's throwing gas, but it's just not going anywhere. It's not going where it should be. He's throwing meatballs. He's throwing hot and spicy meatballs. Like literally. He should be Italian. Because he's like meatball. Bling, bling, that's gone. Meatball. Bling, bling, that's gone. Meatball. Bling, gone. It's like, bro, what is going on here? So now we need to try to secure a split. And we had the right guy to do it. Coming on the mound yesterday, of course, I streamed this game. Tanner Bybee on the mound, going against Cole Reagans, who I believe they got in the Aroldis Chapman trade. What's up, Eric? But yeah, I believe they got him in the Aroldis Chapman trade. But yeah, I mean, the offense always shows up for Tanner, it seems like. And when you have Tanner on the mound, it's like Shane Bieber. You always have a chance to win. So the Guardians, once again, strike first as Josh Naylor RBI double. Top first. Cool. Awesome. 1-0. And then, like usual, like clockwork, they respond. Vinny Pasquantino, pass squatch, solo shot, his 10th of the year. And now it's 1-1. Bottom second, Michael Massey. I called him Bobby Massey, I think, in one of my previous Royals streams. I think it was the first one. I don't know why I thought Bobby. Must have been thinking about Bobby Witt. Classic me. He hit a homer, bottom second, and it's 2-1. But then after that, it was all Tanner Bybee. Because top of the fourth, Jean-Kenzie Noel, a.k.a. Big Christmas, 2-run shot. And it barely got past the foul pole. Royals fans believe that, you know, their umps got it wrong. But I guess there was just not enough evidence to change the call. So, yeah, you know, we got lucky there, I guess. Not like it really mattered, because look what happens afterwards. But yeah, he had a 2-run shot, made it 3-2. His second home run of the year. Funny thing is, I think most of his runs have been scored via homer. That's pretty crazy. So, good stuff for Jean-Kenzie. Big Christmas. Love to see it. 3-2 Guards. Top of the fifth, Guardians would get a double from J-Ram, scoring another run. Made it 4-2. And then Josh Naylor would bring home Ramirez on a double, made it 5-2. And then Andres would single in a run to make it 6-2. That was all in that inning. That was the top of the fifth. And then top seven, J-Ram would come back to the dish and prove that he is still the boogeyman of the AL Central, as he would homer his 23rd of the year, and it would make it 7-2, and that would be all for the scoring. Fantastic stuff. Great stuff. So yeah, Guardians win this game 7-2. Tanner Bybee went out there and shoved. 6 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs, both homers, 3 Ks. He did good. Yeah, had a lot of help from his fielders too. Reagans, we got to him pretty good. 4 and 2/3 innings, 6 hits, 5 runs, 1 walk, 6 Ks, and a homer. He's still very good though. Don't get me wrong. And of course, our bullpen was once again nails, as they tallied 7 Ks after Bybee exited. Henches, Cade Smith, Gaddis, and Barlow would amount 7 Ks. 3 from Gaddis. He struck out the side. Love that. But like I've said before, and I'm probably going to say a couple more times, when it comes to Kansas City, if they're going to make the playoffs, I'm Italian, make it the playoffs. If they're going to make the playoffs, it's going to be because of their rotation and their lineup. But if they're going to get first rounded, it's going to be because of their bullpen. because as long as their rotation can go deep in the games, and if their offense is churning out runs like they were against us, they'll be fine. They'll fend off the Twins. They'll make the playoffs. But my God, if a lineup gets to that rotation and they force that starter out of the game early, and they get to that bullpen, oh, it could be rough for Kansas City, especially if the opposing pitcher is locking down their lineup. But we'll see what happens. It's going to be fun over the next month. By the way, 1 month from today is the trade deadline. In fact, right about now, hopefully a month from now, the Guardians will have added a pitcher, maybe two, and maybe a hitter. From this point on, trades could happen at any time. I guess you could say the trade gates have officially opened up. You know, like in the olden days, medieval times, they'd have those like gates, the bars. Well, the gates have opened up, and now technically trades could happen at any time. We're officially in trade season. I always say the month before is the start of trade season, because we're getting to the All-Star break, and teams are going to really decide, they're going to have some decisions to make. I'm already hearing rumors. I love it. So, yeah, Bybee was fantastic. He's 7-2 with a 3.47 ERA. Reagan's is 5-6 with a 3.33 ERA. And Bybee is without a doubt our best pitcher without Shane. I love how he's taken over the role of being our best pitcher. I absolutely love it. But, so, we take this one. And now we try to get the split today. And, of course, we had Logan Allen on the mound. And you know him. He's as sporadic as they come. One game, you'll get him. He'll go out there and have a masterclass. The next game, he'll get absolutely stomped. Well, today, it really wasn't fun. Offense didn't really give him any help. Only scoring 2 runs. And those 2 runs didn't come until late. Like late in the 8th. But up until then, it was all Royals pretty much, as they scored all 6 of their runs before the 8th inning. As we actually had a double play, but of course they reviewed it and overturned it, scored a run on a Salvador Perez, I guess, fielder's choice. Yeah. Second time that's happened in the last week. It happened in Baltimore that allowed a run to score. Of course, but they scored a run there. Bottom first and then bottom second. Garrett Hampson would double in a run, 2-0. Bobby Witt would triple in a run, made it 3-0. Pasquantino would single in a run, made it 4-0. And then finally the homer hit as Perez would hit a 2-run jink, made it 6-0. That pretty much put it out. The Guardians did have a little bit of a fight in them in the 8th. J-Ram doubled in a run, and then Naylor singled in a run, made it 6-2, but that was it. But yeah, Logan Allen, 4 1/3, 6 hits, 3 runs, no walks. That's probably the bright spot, no walks. But he allowed 3 runs and 3 Ks. And then Seth Lugo was as amazing as they come. 6 innings, 4 hits, 1 walk, 10 Ks. Yeah, like I said, if they make the playoffs, it's going to be because of the rotation. Not Marsh. Marsh kind of stinks a little bit. But you can trust Reagans and Lugo and Waka to get the deal done. Yeah. So Lugo's 11-2 on the year with a 2.17 ERA. He got us back for what we did to him in Cleveland. And then Logan Allen again takes the loss. He's 8-4. How the hell is this dude 8-4 with a 5.75 ERA? You know why? Run support. Because most of the games he's won, we've given him a ton of runs. Heck, look at the last game against Baltimore. That was a freaking home run fest. We couldn't freaking stop them from scoring. But then again, we couldn't stop scoring either. It was only until the bullpen came in when the scoring stopped. Like literally. It's like last team that scored before the bullpen comes out wins. Luckily it was us. They did score a run late, but we still won the game, so it didn't matter. Logan kind of stinks worse than Cookie. Now that's saying something, because Cookie's been solid. It's just he's had bad luck. And Tristan, if he could just figure out his mechanics, he'd jump up to our fourth best pitcher. Got to see what Gavin can do. My goodness, fam. It's rough right now. Rough times out here in Cleveland. My goodness, fam. But yeah, so we go 1-3 in this series. And I believe that's what now? 3-4 on the road trip in Baltimore and Kansas City. I mean, they always say baseball's a game of ups and downs, peaks and valleys. Wait, what happened? Uh-oh, it's a Cavs fan shared a tweet in a group chat. Uh-oh. What is this? Cavs probably signing someone stupid. They're probably signing someone stupid, like freaking, I don't even know. I'll look at it. But yeah, Reagan's got the win over, Bybee beat Reagan's. Nobody's saying anything in the chat. And of course, my chat thing is not loading up. There it is. Oh, it's Isaac Okoro. He got hacked. The hell? Oh, I thought it was a freaking trade or something. That's funny. That's a good troll. That's a good troll. Oh my god. I think Isaac Okoro got hacked again. It's hilarious. That's weird. Before Marsh got the win. McKenzie 3-5. Okay, so I went over that already. All right, so now what's next? Well, we're off tomorrow. Only 3 games tomorrow. Honestly, the games kind of suck. I'm not gonna do them. Besides, tomorrow's NHL free agency, bright and early at noon. I actually got a Blue Jacket video to do. Got a rumor to talk about. Yay! But the first game, it won't be Fetty. Yeah, it'll be Chris Flexen of the White Sox against Carrasco, who's been solid, facing an ass White Sox team. So let me pull up the mighty StatMuse. You know how we got to do it here, guys. We look up their stats, how they've done against us. Logan is hit or miss. Yeah, he's been more hit than miss, though. And it's crazy because during that O's game, when I streamed it, they were talking about the last time he was there, he was amazing. It's like, what happened? Where did that Logan go? Why does he stink? Why does he stink all of a sudden? Are they having him like throw pitches he doesn't usually throw or something? Like, what is going on here? So Chris Flexen, former Mariner, versus the Guardians. Obviously, we know about Cookie's history against the White Sox. He's faced them about 1 billion times. But Flexen's 2-7 with a 5.13 ERA, 60 Ks. Cookie 3-6, 5.27 ERA, 54 Ks. Against the righty Flexen, Josh Naylor has an RBI. That's about it. And then against Cookie, DeYoung, possible future Guardian, 2 homers, 2 RBIs. Benintendi has 4 RBIs. Eloy has a homer and 3 RBIs. Corey Lee, 1 homer and an RBI. And then Pham has a homer and 4 RBIs. And Vaughn has an RBI. Man, honestly, this could be DeYoung's chance to show us why we should trade for him. This could be like an audition. Not gonna lie. This could be an audition for him. Like Heston Kjerstad with the O's. A lot of people think we could trade for him. But for Flexen, he's 1-0 with a 1.69 ERA, 2 Ks and 1 save in 3 appearances against the Guardians. His win came in 2021. So a lot has changed, obviously. The last 2 outings with Seattle, he didn't really pitch much. He pitched 1 inning in 2022 in September. And then last year on March 31st. Oh, here we go. And then July 4th. Just for lulz. Let me see if Gavin is actually... I think he's faced him 1 time. Let me see what he did. Versus White Sox. Now, Eric Fede, as of late, let's see how he's done. But yeah, Gavin against these guys. Okay, so he's never faced them. Or at least he hasn't faced them much. Kevin Williams versus the White Sox. Because it really just doesn't want to look. Okay, whatever. I don't really care. All right, so we go to July 4th, the last game of the series, and then we have San Francisco coming in. It'll be Drew Thorpe, their kid, making his fourth start. 2-1, 4.43 ERA. Overall, it sounds like he's looked solid against Ben Lively, 7-4, 3.03 ERA. And it's crazy what kind of year he's had, given the fact that he was never really that good. He wasn't very good. In fact, he was over in Korea a couple years ago, I believe. But yeah, never faced Thorpe, obviously. And against Ben, Vaughn has an RBI. DeYoung and Benintendi have RBIs, but they've only faced him, I think, a couple times. But yeah, Lively's 61 Ks. Thorpe has 13. And the best part is we're facing all righties. So that should be fun. Hopefully we can smoke these fools. But a lot of these guys on Chicago now, they realize that we're within a month of the trade deadline, and they're going to go super try hard. They're going to be the sweatiest tryhards ever because they want to get traded. They want to get the hell out of Chicago. They're going to try and show out. So we got to be careful here. We got to be careful. You hear me? So yeah, Thorpe is 2-0 in his last two. He's 2-1 in his last three. I mean, he lost to Arizona, the one team that's actually good of the three. 3 1/3 innings, 6 hits, 7 runs, 5 walks. But against Detroit, he cooked them. 6 innings, 2 hits, 4 walks, 5 Ks. You know, beating Detroit is like beating the mentally disabled kid. The kid with no arms. Like, come on now, what are you doing, man? I mean, you stink too, but damn, they suck almost as bad as you do. The White Sox should not suck this bad. They shouldn't, but they absolutely reek. And honestly, I kind of hope we save someone from the White Sox. Lubob, maybe, or, Crochet. But they're not going to do that because they don't want to get... The last thing White Sox fans want is Garrett Crochet being in the Guardians pitching lab. Because the Guardians pitching staff, like their evaluators and stuff, the coaches, will see what he does best, and they'll be like, keep doing that. Keep doing that. We're turning him into an ace. They don't want that. Chicago does not want that. Especially because they don't really have that good, they're not very good at developing players. So, yeah. Most likely, whatever prospects we'd give them, they'd probably just waste them away anyway. Oh, man. But we all know about Ben. Ben's been solid. Just kind of had some rough luck as of late at times. I mean, that game against Toronto, was it the first game? Don't really want to talk about it. But he's been solid. Crazy how we signed this guy to a minor league deal, and he's honestly been one of our best pitchers. That's insane. He's actually 1-2 in his last 3. He lost at Toronto, got his revenge, and then lost at Kansas City because his offense didn't want to show up. Bruh. Crazy, man. Oh boy. Ay, ay, ay. So this should be a fun series. I'm thinking 2 out of 3, but a sweep isn't out of the question. But I'm thinking 2 out of 3. Tristan Thompson must go. LOL facts. McKenzie. They can't lose again to these fools. Tristan McKenzie. What? Oh, he said Tristan Thompson. I was like, wait, what? McKenzie? Well, he's in AAA right now. They sent him down to go work on some things. We should forget KC and enjoy the off day. Yeah, exactly. Just sit back, enjoy the off day, rest up, and get ready for Chicago back at home. Be happy to be back in your own bed. Probably in front of 3 sold out crowds. Crowds have been showing out lately in Cleveland. I love it. People say, oh, no one goes to games. Now they do. Now, especially because the Guardians have been doing that ticket package thing. You buy like a package of tickets for like a one price. It's freaking awesome. But yeah, I mean, this should be a good series. again, we're within trade deadline season, so we'll see who gets dealt from Chicago. Heck, Chicago players might be trying to audition for us. Paul DeYoung. Imagine having him on the Guardians. I mean, he isn't even bad this year. I'd rather have him than what we have now. That's how bad we are at shortstop. What about Luis Robert? If he could stay healthy, I would take him. Because he's a beast. And you put him in our lineup, you put him, like, let's say after Bo. Or not after Bo, after Josh Naylor? Bro. Just keep him out of the 2-hole. That hole is cursed. Giggity. I'm excited for this matchup. This is going to be fun. But yeah, Ben Lively, 7-4, 3.03 ERA, 61 Ks. Thorpe is 2-1, 4.43 ERA, 13 Ks. Should be an overall good matchup. I'm excited. I'm intrigued. So real quick, let's check Twitter. Last time I checked, KCP went to Orlando. See what else I missed. Wow. Gunnar Henderson will be participating in the home run derby. First little news for that. Kobe Altman continues to sleep. Yeah, sleep. He's sleeping. Or drinking. Bro, these freaking people on Twitter are not serious. Someone go peek into the tavern and see if Kobe is there. He wouldn't be at the tavern. He's probably in his office with a big old thing of moonshine. Freaking whiskey. It's sad, man. But this dude's so not even serious at all. Like, if the Blue Jackets really go out and sign guys, that's already doing more than what Kobe did. Like, not even serious. Kobe is not a serious person. He's not. Luis Robert, JB in Detroit. Oh yeah, I saw that. JB Bozo staff in Detroit. That's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be funny when we face Detroit and the refs call a foul in favor of the Cavs, and you just see JB with his arms crossed yelling at the refs. And I'd be like, I remember those days. I remember those days. I remember those days. Those days were fun. Yeah. Oh, Caldwell Pope. Dude, I see a Woj bomb and I think it's something new and it's just something from like a few minutes ago. Or like 30 minutes ago. Like, what the heck, man? I want something new. Ah. Ah. Real quick. Why am I seeing oh, that's okay. Never mind. I'm seeing some interesting stuff on my Twitter right now. Yeah, Gunnar Henderson in the home run derby. That'll be interesting. Do you think any Guardians can do it? Honestly, I wouldn't. It might mess with my swing. Alright, let's see. We got a Paul George. Oh. From Woj. Paul George's agent, Aaron Mintz of CAA, and Clippers President Lawrence Frank had a conversation a short time ago that resulted in no new movement on a deal and an acknowledgement by both that George is unlikely to return to the Clippers. So he's officially goner. Hashtag he gone. And now here's Shams with the same tweet, most likely. No? Yes? No? No? Oh, the Clippers exit leaves the Sixers as a strong frontrunner to land Paul George. Yep. The Sixers contingent is set to meet with George in California tonight. Awesome. Awesome. Cool. I really don't care. All right. All right. So I am actually going to wrap this up and I'm going to do a video talking about the Blue Jackets because we have a rumor to talk about. That should be fun. And then we'll see if any trade, well, I guess trades, but also signings happen. Because the free agent frenzy has begun, although it's been very quiet. So I'll have a video out within the next probably half hour or so. With that being said, guys, I'm gonna head out and always be sure to have those notifications turned on, especially this time of year. So with that being said, guys, I'm gonna head out and we'll see if anything happens. Watch like midnight tonight. We get a tweet talking about Paul George to the Sixers, and then Kobe Altman just chilling in his office, slanging freaking fireball. I hate Kobe Altman, dude. I'm starting to really hate that guy. I mean, how can you beat Kobe Altman right now? You see the Sixers are arming up. You see the Celtics doing good. The Heat, freaking Magic went out and got KCP. And what is this bozo doing? Jack Daniels squat. Oh, I gotta stop. I gotta stop. I gotta stop. Gotta stop. Gotta stop. I have to. That's what Kobe's saying too. Gotta stop. All because the loser just got arrested or got pulled over for drinking while operating a motor vehicle. Stupid could you get? I'm Kobe Altman. I drove a vehicle while under the influence because I'm special. I wonder what he said to the officer. I'm a general manager for the Cavaliers. Ah. Officer would be like, give a. Give a. If you know what that clip is, where that sound thing is from, you're lit. It's from a spoof movie. Give a. It's funny. It's like, do you know why I pulled you over, sir? No. Why? Why'd you pull me over, officer? You were swerving around. Are you inebriated by chance? Like, I'm Kobe Altman. You can't arrest me. I'm the GM of the Cavaliers. And then the officer looks at him like, give a. I actually heard like they only found that out because he failed a sobriety test. Like Don Waddell has been on the job for literally a month. And this dude is primed to do more than Kobe Altman, who's been here a couple years and his team is in the midst of a championship window. Like free agency has been going on for 2 hours. We haven't gotten a thing. I almost feel kind of bad doing the drunk jokes, but it's just like, bro, he put it on himself. You don't want the drunk jokes? Don't get drunk. Kobe Altman's literally going to run the entire thing back. He's going to run it all back. Meanwhile, these other teams are gearing up. The Magic, right? Young team, good coach. They're like, you know what? We're going to go out and get KCP. Sixers, they got DeAndre Drummond, or Andre Drummond. They're arming themselves up. They're going to probably get Paul George, maybe Klay Thompson. Meanwhile, Kobe Altman's like, I gotta take a drink. That's what he's doing. Like, bro, what are we doing, Kobe? Huh? Do you want to keep your job? Because Dick Gilbert has been probably wanting to fire your dumbass for years, but he wanted to give you a chance. And it's like the dude extended him. He gave him a rare extension. Dan Gilbert does not sign his GMs to extensions. He doesn't. David Griffin was probably the best GM we've had in recent memory, and he didn't even extend him. It's like this dude Kobe got that contract extension, and he's like, I'm fine. He loves me. In reality, Dan's like, I want to fire his dumbass so bad. It's like, why don't you? Cause I want to see if he can prove to me that he wants to stay. And so far, he ain't done nothing. He's gonna extend Donovan, which is obvious. He's gonna extend Evan, obvious. But after that, he ain't gonna do nothing. Because he is tree hugging. For anyone remember, tree huggers, they're like very environmental, but he's doing the NBA version of tree hugging. He's hoarding the court for it. He was talking in his press conference like, yeah, we like what we got. We're not going to make no moves at all. He's probably just going to sign a couple guys to some minimum contracts to fill out the roster. We're going to run the whole thing back. And he's going to piss the entire fan base off. Now, I mean, I'm going to be like, well, let's see what we do with the new coach. But I swear, bro, if I see George Niang out there for 20 minutes, I'm going to be like, is JP's ghost still walking around here or something? I don't know. Kobe Utman is unserious. He's going to get outdone by freaking Don Waddell. I already know it. Don Waddell just showed up in Columbus literally last month. And it's ridiculous, man. He'll prove me wrong. Maybe he'll go out and he'll sign some decent players. He'll make some moves. He'll get rid of George Niang's slow ass, snail looking butt. And then maybe trade LeVert and probably trade Allen because, why not? And then, see what happens. But yeah, tomorrow at noon is the NHL free agency. I have a rumor to talk about, so I'm going to end this and go talk about it. So, with that being said, guys, see what Kobe does. Wow, they're showing the game right now in Baltimore. Those clouds are looking mighty angry right now. Those clouds are looking mighty angry. So I'm going to head out. Enough stalling, enough Kobe slander. Pretty healed, Oren, you're speaking my language. It's Fedor, who covers the Cavs, talked about him. I would be all for that. Wow, look at this. Detroit Pistons plan to sign Cade Cunningham to a 5-year extension, rookie extension, which is expected. Yeah, that's good for them. Hope he can stay healthy. I think he's gonna really blossom under JB Bozo staff. Yeah, I feel like he'll blossom. He'll be solid. Yeah, he'll be a real solid player. Oh man. And by the way, if you're wondering, I will go live when Donovan Mitchell signs his extension. We're gonna party. We're gonna party. Or at least I'm just going to. I don't know if I'm gonna go live. I don't really feel like it, to be honest. Because I don't know what I would want to do. I mean, oh well. I will probably just make a video or something, just, being an amazement that we got it done. So, with that being said, for the final time tonight, or at least for now, unless something happens. With that being said, I will head out and make my Blue Jacket video talking about the latest rumor that I heard. It's a good one. So, with that being said, I'm Crazy Dog. Let's go, Guardians. And let's bounce back against Chicago, shall we? Off day tomorrow, which is fun because I get to spend the whole freaking day talking NHL. And then we get back at it on Tuesday. So with that being said, I'm Crazy Dog. Let's go, Guardians. And I'm out. Bye. Have a good night if I don't see you